Well, I'm off again on another bike packing trip. This time headed, I'm kind of scared because I'm headed up into the mountains, headed up to Helen today, and then I'll head over towards Toccoa to camp on my second night and then come back home. Let me show you my rig here with all loaded up, ready to go. So I'm also concerned because this is a road bike and I'm going in the mountains. Hope the gearing is correct so I'll be able to get up the mountains, but we'll see in just a little bit. This is the never-ending climb up Curry. I'm on the second steep section and it just goes and goes. Down into Clarksville right now. I don't know if I'm going to stop and get some coffee or some kind of snack. We'll see. 21 miles down, the hardest part is ahead of me. Stopped in at Sweetwater Coffee House just outside of Helen. Get a nice oat milk latte and a muffin before rolling on into Helen. That's a pretty cool spot. I like that. Helen's pretty quiet today. And go right on through. And out the other side. Looks like the climb begins. By my calculations, only 4 miles from here. And anybody ought to be able to ride 4 miles, right? We'll get there. Do believe I have made it. I have arrived at Andrews Cove campground. Yay! So off with the helmet and shoes and time to go explore. I want to go look at some of the other sites, see if anybody's left some wood here for me, then get ready to set up camp. I'm excited to be here. I'm just thankful to the Lord I had the energy to make it up here. So look at this campsite. This is campsite number 2, right along the stream. Isn't that beautiful? We may have to switch. I just got a nice bath. It looks like something that Sebi would have installed, doesn't it? But it's so nice to have the whole campground to myself and have some privacy. And I even broke out the West African towel. Feels really good. Should be cleaned up and in some nice dry clothing. Pretty neat spot, huh? Looks like a fun stream to play in. Be a great place for the family to come camping, I think. It's cooling down and it's 5 o'clock. So I put some water on, just cranked up this thing. As soon as it gets hot, I'm gonna make some tea, some mint tea, and then some Mexican chili, freeze-dried Mexican chili. So that ought to be pretty good. I brought along a bag of walnuts and some craisins to throw in that. I'm not sure about that in the chili, but it'd be nice to have something hot here in just a second. Good morning. A little chilly out here. It's kind of dark back in here, but one of the first things I need to do is get my food bag. They recommend that we hang the food outside of camp, outside of the campsite in a tree so the bears can't get it. Believe it or not, this holds my food for 3 days. So I didn't want them coming into camp. If a bear decided to come down to the stream, get some water, and smelled my food, I didn't want him to get into this thing, at least in the camp. I fixed myself some lemon green tea, and that tastes wonderful this morning. Then I'll have a couple of packs of oatmeal. One has protein in it. And then it's pack up and get on the highway, and we'll head back down into Helen, look for some coffee. Woohoo! Get some speed going down these mountains. Well, I've done a lot of climbing, more than I anticipated or wanted to. But a couple more miles and I'll be at the campground. I arrived at my campsite probably about an hour and a half ago, and just been relaxing, taking my time, setting things up. On my way here, stopped at a gas station, asked about sandwiches. There was a grandma and her grandson sitting out front. The grandma was carving. I wish I'd videoed them. I mentioned that it was like my last campsite was like being in the series Alone. They said, "Oh yeah, we love watching that." I said, "Well, I had to hang my food bag in a tree because of the bears." They said, the little boy says, "Oh man, we've got all kinds of bears around here." And then when I get here, they say the same thing on the shower room doors. It says, "Do not leave any food unattended." There's been an increase in sightings to say it's always exciting to see bears, but you don't want to have an encounter with them. So got my guard up, going to be hanging my food. Actually, I'll try to eat all my food before I go to bed tonight. Then I won't have anything to hang up. On the road again. Happy to get this rig on flat roads again. Some of those climbs seem like they're never gonna end. Happy to be back on the road again, on the road again. Thank God no bears brought me to my end. Seemed like some of those nights were never gonna end. Get to go watch some football with my friends. This is beautiful area here, right along Lake Rabun. Love getting to ride along here. It's like I arrived in time for some coffee. Let's go in and get some coffee. I would like one of these blueberry with chocolate scone, please.
Absolutely.
And an oat milk latte.
Put that on?
The drink, yes. Hits the spot. Give me enough energy, fuel, at least get up the next hill. I'm back on Falls Road. Slowly making my way up 17 back home. Should be there before long. Praise the Lord, I did what I didn't think I could do. The Lord gave me strength and courage to try this. And my peeps! Champion du monde! Thanks for waiting out.
Look pretty cool.